UTAS Stadium. It's the last couple of minutes here of the reserves game. He's doing a bit of a test in the line. Screen is up.
This is a good score, isn't it? 2-0. Straight kicking from the team was about 39 shots on goal and injury as well.
So the game's coming up pretty soon. Just see
A couple of big divots out there too. It's good afternoon at 2 minutes past 12. We're at the home of footy in northern Tasmania. Aaron Roberts here, Dave Moore in the commentary box. We've got NTFA Women's Premier League game. And I was here yesterday, Dave, for 5 hours, running around after the Loz Kick Kids. But now we've got the right footy, the proper footy on here, Premier League footy, and it's going to be an interesting one because we saw North Launceston last week. They were pretty impressive for about 40 minutes. They drifted, and now they're up against what is, I would actually say, a bit of a juggernaut in South Launceston women's team. Yeah,
South Launceston, the first real test, Aaron. They've probably had a couple of games that they've won it quite convincingly so far. But today, they come up against another test here in North Launceston, and who are looking to try and make the Final Four. A big ask for them, but that's their intention, to try and climb the ladder this year. So, why not test yourself against the best?
Look, it's going to be a test. The midfields are going to be interesting. I reckon they're going to be relatively close than what we think, but once it gets out of the midfield, South Lonnie's defence is really experienced, and the Freestone girls, and well done to Liana Freestone, 50 games today, and I think she's only about 21, Liana, so it's not a bad effort for someone so young, and also one of the key captains of the team, along with Breward. Expect her to get plenty of the ball. Jazz will be in the ruck. I do like some of these youngsters. So Nicholson was good last week. The Gingin girls were great. Creswell, Icon also good, weren't they, Dave, last week? So right-hand side of the screen, straight away, Jazz Freestone into the action. Tries a tackle. She gets a hand on Icon. The ball still spills free. A nice little release there by Creswell, the vice-captain for North Launceston. Tumbling punt ball into the forward line. Corbett was back there. She tried to dish the handball over the top. Now got a rushed entry inside the forward, should say the centre square. It's on there as Liana, Jazz Freestone. She delivers the ball wide. It's a decent ball onto centre wing. A good little battle here just in front of us. Who's going to win the battle? It was won by the South Launceston player. Milne now picks it up. She's got a handball inboard. She finds Breward. Quick delivery up the top, in towards the goal. She's looking for Hardwick. It's going to be rush through for a minor. Nice little build-up.
Of course, Rani Milne, the heroics last year against Deloraine in that final. The exact same spot. Yeah,
it was, wasn't it? 2 amazing goals, wasn't it? And turned the game, pretty much turned their season around, although they went on to lose the premiership decider in the end. But, Rani was electric, and now straight out of the 17, so she's a full-time senior player, if you like. Searching kick was good. Creswell, defensive side of the flank. Up to the wing. Corbett comes out. The flick handball's pretty effective. Freestone to the back. Can't get a clearing handball. They've got some numbers around the pack. Jazz Freestone into space. Driving ball inside forward 50. Sulzberger at the drop of the football. Couple to beat. Picked up by Nicholson. And clears for now. But they're set up so well, aren't they, Dave, behind that ball at the moment. As Jazz Freestone lowers her eyes. Tries to drive down towards the fingertips. Didn't get anywhere near the hands of Williams, who's at forward at the moment. The ball's popped out the back of the pack. An opportunity now for South Launceston. That'd be really clever with the defence, so Stonehouse is going to lurk in deep. I think she's probably going to play the deep player along with Hardwick. Ball just loose at half forward now. Milne trying to pick it up. She's looking for an outside handball. Didn't quite hit the mark. Now it's being picked up by Breward. Delivery inside forward 50. It needs to bounce to the right. Ineffective kick from her. Trude in defence for North Launceston. Gets on a bike. Dangerous ball because you need to clear that one. Get that one a little bit longer. Dingham involved for North Launceston, as I mentioned. So good last week. Jazz Freestone extends herself. Delivers to Milne. Milne can't get the mark. Great defensive punch. Once again by Tudor. We'll have our first stoppage.
Just can't get it out of back 50 at the moment, Aaron. That's the issue here for North Launceston. Defending stoutly, just can't get connection out of that half-back line.
Yeah, they've not squeezed up as Barnes in the ruck for North Launceston. She takes the ball to ground. A little scrappy here. Just that looked like a little flick and rush ball out to Pike. Hurried onto her boot out towards half-back. As now it's been moved in as Breward for the Dogs tries to find Jazz Freestone. Milne at her feet, unable to take possession of the ball. Weldon, haven't seen her yet. She'll be busy and energetic throughout today's play. Wobbly ball inside 450. Some numbers around the ball. It's Brown again, who's had a lot of work to do so far in a free kick to North Launceston.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Marley Brown. I thought she was pretty good last week against Scottsdale. And that good defensive back six that North have got at the moment.
Nicholson found some rush. It's not the ideal spot. That was, as you say, Brown was good last week, but maybe needed to take that kick. As Freestone lowers it. She was looking for Hardwick. In fact, she's looking for Cocker. She's still on the side of the pack. Now has a chance to flick it over the top. Can South get the first goal on the board? It's pushed forward by Williams. Hardwick comes again. We're very deep on the line. They're stoutly defending at the moment. Swooping down with Stonehouse for the Bulldogs. A lot of players around the football. It's still live. Squirting out of the pack. A shot on goal, and I think it's gone. And I think it's Corbett. And the first for the Dogs.
Might be Keely Morrison. I'll just have a look at the replay there. Number 22, help me out, Groobs. Let's just see there in the minute the stream's a little bit behind us. I've got a feeling it might have been Keely.
Either way, a really good start for
Absolutely.
South. They've had
repeat entries.
Yeah,
yep.
Most of the ball so far. So Morrison with a first on the board for the Dogs and an early hit for them.
And welcome our stats man, Mr. David Gruber. He's helping us out again today.
So he's going to do all the stats today?
He is.
Right, okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Grubs.
He's already got 7 inside 50s to 1 in South's way.
And time in possession for South Launceston Groups. You got that one? Okay, we don't want to put pressure on you like last week. We had a topsy-turvy men's game. No, we wanted the lead change.
That's right, we did.
And then I did throw to Dave. Well, how about we have it when it's all locked up and is freestone to freestone, just like they would do in their backyard. Like a throw, Jazz at the back, looking for probably Milne, West Salzburger. Milne goes a second time. Eichen involved for the Bombers. She had to play really deep last week, Bree Eichen. I reckon that's a free kick. Weldon not disposing of it. Great play by Bree. Off half back here for the Bombers.
Notice Bree was named one of the rep squads during the week.
Yeah, great result for her. I was going to say, the only thing that lets her down, both her, I think, and also the captain, just the kicking skills aren't quite as dynamic as some of the other players. Looked like a little hold there. Another hold by Dingen. Pike on the knees. Across the floor. There was a very clever handball by Brewart. Found some space. Weldon now looks upfield. Turns the corner. And the kick is a little short and out of bounds. So we'll have a ball up here inside forward 50 for those last touches.
Grace Weldon, lively player.
Yep.
Likes to break the tackles, take the game on.
She's also quite strong too.
Yes.
Grace, she doesn't look that big, but she's twists and turns her body, navigates the little spaces really well. Freestone at the back of this contest. Gets around one. Actually lost the footy then. You could claim that one was holding the ball as Binns, who was pretty good last week for the Bombers. The ball moves up to the middle of the ground. A couple of players just fall over. One of those was Gillow. That was Grace, the older sister. Now it's rushed inside forward 50 for South. That's a little clumsy. Is that in the back? I think that's in the back. As easy you'll get, I reckon, in a free kick here to North.
It's holding back the damn all well here, North. They're only the one goal conceded so far. 7 minutes gone. They need to try and get in there forward 50.
Yeah, that was a good entry by Davies. Had a good second part of last year and out of bounds. Right forward pocket is where the ball is. Joping and Jones. About 20 degrees today. Beautiful. It's going to get even warmer, Dave, isn't it?
Yep, I think 24 is the maximum today. It's unbelievable at the moment.
Feels crazy, doesn't it?
Right through the week as well. Coming up.
I know you're a man who keeps the meteorology right at the front centre.
Absolutely.
Right contest. Liana at the front. Good bump. That's quality football from the defenders for the Bombers. Get involved. Knocked them off their space. Georgia Gillow rushed entry. Milne in the pocket out of bounds. Yeah, what would be the average temperature in April for Lonnie? It's around... It's in the teens, I assume.
Yes, 18, 19. We've got Friday, 1st of May, 23 is the forecast.
Right.
Can you believe it? It's winter, nearly.
Yeah, well, we had that little burst a couple of weeks ago. Lit the fire and haven't lit it since. We're in the ruck contest. It's 20 metres out from the Dogs' goal. Second time a game here on the weekend, which is pretty rare for UTAS. There was just
we
one
were talking about
yesterday,
that. Yep.
So 4 games today, and then games here next week too. VFL, just the men's game next week. Leanda just making the obligatory attempt to handball it. The umpire says, well, I'll believe you for then, and we'll ball it up. Interesting. Cocker's in the ruck again. She gets both hands to it, flicks out to Freestone. She ran past, was unable to gather the ball. Has a second opportunity. Sulzberger twists and turns, but twist and turn into a defender. Gillow has a chance for a handball for Weldon. It missed her. Then Eichen scoops the ball out. Now the pressure comes. As soon as the ball hits the ground, there's so much pressure around those North Launceston players. It may have been high, but the umpire was probably on the wrong side. Now the spin was good. Granger, get her involved. The youngster.
Here's a go.
There's some run from Dingen. Long searching footing. North into their forward line for the first time. Whitney, can she get onto it first? She's tracked down. Zorana's there, and that's good. Grace Gillow. They can hold it in here. North Launceston will be a really good result. And
Grace just missed the handball back to Dingen.
It was a right play.
It was.
Maddie Granger again. The grade 10 student who's got the permit to play up involved. Freestone to Freestone, the double Freestone. Weldon in space, then creates some more, gathers the ball and gets to the middle, looks for Rani Milne and misses. And a nice defensive mark from Stebbings, who's a likely marker and likely forward. Liana on the far wing. Scoop handball, looking for Weldon. It missed the mark. They can be clever here. North have got some players around the football. It's what happens next is the challenge. Whitney climbs high, unable to take the ball. Madden in the defence. I haven't seen her play before. I think she's only played a few games of footy into the team today. Only Georgia McEntee not playing today out of probably South Bonnie's best 16 on the field and best 20 players. A couple of missed opportunities with the kicks. Now's Morrison has many touches. Then the flick onwards. Missed ball by Fillingham. She goes back a second time. She's got a player over the top, all free by herself, but the umpire's found a
high tackle. Going back to Alexis Oliver, a player I'm not familiar with.
No, I think I've seen her play school footy, but she's going to have a shot now directly in front. I'd say maybe on the limit, 30 metres out. I was about to describe where we're on the ground, but on radio at the moment. We're just on the TV. I hope you like enjoying the stream as Alexis's kicks. In the end, it's not a bad one to Milne. Short. Sulzberger screws it around the corner. And she kicked multiples last year. She was a delight to watch, and she gets the second of the game and her first.
There's a bit too much strength there. And she read the fall of the ball pretty well and knew the ball was going to fall a bit short. It was front and centre, as they say, and just turned around and slammed it through.
Well, the wizard was here yesterday, and I tell you what, Sulzberger's got a bit of wizardry about her. And she got her first. It was a nice goal.
So 2-1-13 South. North yet to score. Looking at Group's stat sheet here, it's 12 inside 50-2 South's way so far. Hit out 7-0. Clearance is pretty even, 4-3. And free kicks, only the 4 in the game so far, 3 going to North Launceston.
Yeah, that's the bit they were good last week against Scottsdale for the first half. The clearance work was really good, and then they made some changes to Pies, and they were able to get their hands on the footy early. Sulzberger kicked the goal, but then Jazz Freestone with a follow-up tap. She followed with the ball, but was unable to take possession. There's Maddie Granger out on the far wing. Can she get some run? The loop handball was effective. She's looking for Williams. Unable to take possession of the football. She needed to be as clean as possible. Every moment's crucial if North Lonnie want to try and get the ball inside their forward 50. Not the best option from Liana, but she's looking maybe just for a sister. I should say she's Liana's up the field. Now she's going to get it. Scoop handballs out the wide. South Lonnie driving into their forward line. It's out the back of the pack. Sulzberger to get another. Drifts away from her. She goes once. That's holding the ball. That is a wonderful tackle. Being good defence. Bailey goes lateral.
Which featured the game last week, Aaron, was their tackling.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it?
North Launceston, yep.
Ewington's kicks a little short. It's a bit slow at the moment. It's a big ground. It's quite warm today. I just feel like they're going to run out a little bit of energy maybe at some stage. Freestone driving ball inside 50. And it goes to the near side for a minor. So progress their score with a couple of opportunities, the Bulldogs. Got it out here to Gillow. Georgia had some pressure on the kick. Brown goes back to a teammate who was standing still with a player behind her, and she went peekaboo, and she's holding the ball. It was probably the right option if the player was slightly moving, had some momentum. Correct. And it's found Stonehouse, her second kick of the game. She's got Liana at the back, and she'll get it. One of the best overhead marks in the competition, and she's kicked goals in this pocket before.
Strong overhead mark, strong hands.
Yeah, and actually quite a good vertical leap too. So she's 25, 30 metres out. Right behind us now is the 50 gamer for the Dogs, the captain of the club. Drives it towards goal. It's not quite hit the boot, and there's not many things that Liana can't do, but the kicking at times is probably the only element that's not an A+. The rest is right up there. They're liking to go wide now as Nicholson, long searching footy. Jazz Freestone at the front of that contest. Icon first hands to the football. Moves it on. Looked like Creswell. The kick's not the best, and they've got numbers around there. Poe now off the ground. Can they rush one inside their forward 50? That's a good little dinky kick and finds Brewer. Player in the middle. Georgia Gillow starting to get a few touches. Just playing half back at the moment. Found Liana. She'll go wide. Some run from Williams. She just needs to gather to Sharon. Salzberger needs to come towards her, and she shanked it.
I think Emily Williams might have ghosted off the bench there.
She did. She snuck off. She just popped out of the sprinkler head, as Tubes Taylor would say, and out of bounds, right pocket, 25 metres out from goal, as Ewington coming onto the ball for North Launceston. There's one last week too where I'm sure she came out early, but they've just got to be aware of that, don't they? Bit of communication. Flat throw for the umpire. Milne, clever tap. Quick entry inside towards the top of the square, but it was a little off and had more time probably in the end. And another minor score. Freestone in best position. She gets it. She gets it again. Too far out. Tell you what, Georgia Gillow on the outside here, if she comes back 5 and then starts to accelerate, but I think she knows, hang on, Liana's my captain. I better just let her do her stuff. She is just within range, Liana Freestone, within maybe a millimetre of the distance. Can this be a big moment for Liana Freestone in a 50th to the right? And the extra effort to get the extra distance meant the accuracy wasn't as good.
Just the issue from those kick-outs at the moment. They haven't really got a big target, North Launceston. Olive Nicholson and Jaylene Bailey doing a lot of those kick-outs. Yep. But it's not that target they can go to.
Maybe there's an option to go a bit short than the second kick, but here you go straight away. It's Davis at the back. Now there's Georgia. She needs to get on a bike. She can kick it from here. Oh, come on, Georgia. Miss to the right. I'll have to mention that when I see it. She's one of my staff. Maybe take the key off her.
Just in case people thought you were barracking a bit there.
No. Georgia's one of our trainees at the AFL. She's a ripper. Her dad's the coach too, so I won't say anything too negative about the Gillow. Sisters climbing up. It's
nice
Brewer with a wonderful mark at the back of the pack. Salzberger with a lead ignored. Now it goes wide. That's as good as footy as you want to see. That is a wonderful mark. Freestone goes short. Salzberger at her knees. Now it's towards her ankles. She has some pressure coming from Bailey, who was good, and a free kick and a throw and a moment missed by South.
Having watched women's footy from its sort of infancy in Northern Tassie, I think one skill that's really picked up is that overhead mark, that one grab mark. I'm seeing it more and more.
They've been doing
There's one.
Yeah, they've been doing it since they're kids now. So Corbett's got it, and she is a good overhead mark. Probably just searched a little bit then with the kick, looking for Oliver. A couple of shoves off the footy. They are quite young and a little smaller as Brown lays a tackle. Tenacity and effort and perseverance, North Launceston, full ticks all through the board. It's
Taylor, Tudor, great tackler.
Yep. We'll put that down. Oliver out of the ruck contest. The kick into the pocket. A little stop-start here at the moment, South in their forward line. They've had a lot of opportunities, and they're only 2-4, 2-5 now.
And it's 17 entries so far.
Yeah, you do the efficiency rate on that. 2 goals from 17 entries. It's not a high stat. Corbett, it looked like, although I'm 170 from it, nearly a throw. Icon involved.
Here's a chance for them.
Hardwick was good. She's moved up the field to get a touch. Poe with another touch for her, but just had more time as Milne rushes inside. Freestone at the drop of the footy. He's trying to flick it out. Won't need to. Just Freestone on the run. Can a Freestone bang a goal through? No, they still peppering the goals.
Great experience for North today. And against a quality opposition, they'll soon learn that one fumble and the ball's gone.
Yep.
They've just got to be cleaner.
But their defence is good. They're good around the contest. Ewington at the back. She got a little pull of the jumper. Gillow chasing Ewington. Gets to centre wing. Georgia gets it. A little shepherd from Richards. It's a great kick to Milne. I should say Milne. Liana Freestone. Weldon with a lead. Now she's going to go a little higher. Salzburg at the back of the pack. It drops to the ground. Williams is lurking there. And as Oliver picks it up and Liana Freestone runs towards goal, the siren sounds. 2-6-18. North Launceston just on the 0 at the moment, but a pretty competitive effort. Nicholson was great in defence. Creswell, Ewington, Blake and Bailey all really involved, but Brown was also good, and Tudor I thought was very impressive. Saw a little bit last week along with Stebbings for South. Weldon started to get a touch. Brewards always classy. The Freestone girls are great. Sulzberger looks dangerous. Corbett and Georgia Gillow was starting to get a little bit of the ball as well.
Stats at quarter time thanks to Dave Gruber. Hit outs 9-0 South Launceston's way, but the clearance is fairly even. 6 to South, 4 to North Launceston. Inside 50 is 19-2. Marks inside 50, South 5 to North 0. Intercept mark 6 to South and 1 to North Launceston, so that's half back line. The times that North have got a bit of a run on, that half back line and back line of South Launceston have been supreme. Free kicks, 7 to North Launceston. They've been first for the ball a lot of the times. They've been in and under, and 3 to South Launceston. But yeah, I agree with all your better players there in that first quarter, Aaron. South just a little bit more classy across the board, but North battling hard. They've only conceded the 2 goals. Yep. I think that'll be the message at quarter time. We've worked hard. Let's see if we can snag a goal or 2 the other way, and you never know in these sorts of games.
Well, that's how they scored against Scottsdale. They got a couple of sling goals, and then they started getting a little bit of the ball around the middle. But this is a really quality South side goal kickers. Keeley with the first. She's kicked 1, and also a goal from Lucy Salzberger, snapping one around her left shoulder. We'll have a quick break here on the stream. We'll be back in a few moments. Now there's Georgia. She needs to get on a bike. She can kick it from here. Oh, come on. She's a ripper. The dad's the coach too, so I won't say anything too negative about the Gillow. Sisters climbing up. It's nice Brewer of the pack. Salzberger with a lead ignored. Now it goes wide. That's as good as footy as you want to see. That is a wonderful mark.
coming down. And every new heartbreak hurts a little more.
Right, we've had a breather. We've had a cold drink. The pineapples are out. I had binoculars up and I was just looking down to see who was drinking some water, and a few of the South girls who've done a lot of work at the moment. We're having a bit of a breather. Aaron Roberts and Dave Gruber doing some stats, and the score at the moment 2-6-18, and North Bonnie, who had a few moments but just fumbled, didn't they, Dave, at the wrong time, and that perceived pressure was probably impacted their performance.
Yeah, South had, we talked about the number of inside 50s they had there, 19, just to score the 2 goals. So that'll give North Launceston hope, as I said, going into quarter time, is that you never know in this game if they can snag a goal themselves and get that confidence. They hung in last week, as you said, against Scottsdale. They're probably the outclassed for most of the game, but they stayed in the contest for a long time. So let's see what they can do here.
Stoppage work is where they're being pretty effective, and that's a little bit to do with Ewington, Creswell, Icon are being good around the footy. There's that extra couple of possessions. Williams is in the ruck for the Bombers. Freestone with the touch, gets it down to Liana. She bashes it out to Weldon. She has some time to look up, and then the run is on for the long languid kick. Stonehouse turns the corner. She actually ended up going backwards to Weldon, and she marks it 70 metres out. Weldon looks for the lead. She's going to drift the ball up. Got a couple of players around the bend. It looked pretty good as Brown now gets it in towards Tudor. And the umpire, I think it's called play on. It's going to be a goal, and it is. So the advantage played.
It's Keeley again.
And Morrison gets her second, and that's probably easier than the last one. So a couple now to Morrison. I actually looked up at the wrong time as that little infringement occurred, and the play on advantage called by the umpire.
I think it was holding the ball, if I look at the replay. Marley Brown just got caught with the ball, had a prior.
They all stopped.
They all stopped, yep. Yeah, and look, I'm continue to be impressed with Grace Weldon. She backs herself every time. Like, she knows she's got the pace to get away from the contest, and she does so. Ran the full measure, long, deep entry, set that up, I think.
Yeah, she's a good decision maker, Grace. She will take it on, though. She'll be aggressive around the pack. Close to ice, I reckon. Jazz Freestone, she smacked it, and then she gets a follow-up handball. Some pressure on a kick. Not that effective. Numbers around it now. Pike for North Launceston. Rani Milne trying to recover the ball. Ragtag by Ewington. The umpire said it was okay, and we'll have a stoppage.
Umpire Andy Gower.
Creswell in the ruck for the Bombers. Icon at ground level. The handball's not great. There's Weldon. She'll look for run. She has Gillow. Uncomfortable as she tried to kick that one across herself. Freestone flick handball to Jazz. Round one. She looks backwards for the handball. Jazz Freestone around the corner. Could be a fortuitous kick for Freestone and finds Milne. Directly in front, 25 metres out from goal.
The player limping off there, Aaron.
Yeah, Grace Gillow coming off the ground. As she kicked the ball, so it looked awkward because she got a whack as she kicked it. I reckon there's a little bit of contact on Grace. But it's Milne, who's a noted goal kicker. Drifting to the right. Not her best effort. So 3-7-25. North Launceston still yet to register something on the scoreboard. Be eager for a goal. Nicholson's been doing a lot of the work outside. She was trying to find Icon. Missed her. Just need to be a bit more aggressive than Icon. Freestone. Long one. Juggle. I think it's Stonehouse, is it? No, it might not be Stonehouse.
Keeley.
It's Keeley. I keep mixing Keeley and Davies up. It is Keeley again.
Keeley's pink boots are quite distinctive.
Yeah,
there.
I might have to write a note there. That was a terrific mark at the end. It was a good centering kick from Freestone. So she's kicked 2 on the run, 2 pretty easy goals. This is much harder. What can she do? She pushes it to the right. There must be a little zephyr maybe going that way.
A bit of a funny breeze yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was a bit more noticeable because of some of the stands that have gone down.
Correct.
A few more holes in the arena. Yeah, it did favour, I thought, that the town end.
So North Lonnie kind of, in a way, hanging on to this scoreline at the moment. That's a good mark. As Brewer, second really good contested mark from her. Looking for the pocket. And it's found the hands of Stonehouse. Fairly tight spot. Lively.
They just keep marking the kick-outs, South Launceston, don't they? It's just,
it's exhausting, I reckon, for the North Lonnie players because they're going, it's coming back again.
I think you might be right on what you said in the first quarter. Maybe they have to sort of mix it up in, maybe a shorter option.
Yeah, even they go wide of the pocket, it's a bit defensive. Anyway, Stonehouse on goal. Looks a little short. And they're going to have a chance to swing on. It's Morrison. No, it's missed and taken over by Brown. Oliver involved as well. So some small forwards creating some challenges here. More challenges. And this happened last week. Some of the better players for North have to play in defence. Little tag of the jumper. Not called by the umpire. Creswell a little quiet at the moment. So much pressure from her. Grace Weldon waiting for the footy. Milne trying to gather it. Creswell again and held up in the tackle. And I can tell you, Zorana Hardwick and Whitney are around about 80 metres from anybody else here on the ground. There's another ball up. I don't know what, are they having a chat? I'll get the binoculars on it. No, they're ignoring each other.
We've run out of things to talk about.
Maybe they have. They've been standing next to each other for a while. Freestone ran past. The tap from Icon was good. It tried to create some interest from her. Oliver with the dish handball out. Paul smothered. How can they create something though? Corbett's first to the footy. Williams at the back. Short option's good. This is where the build-up's been a little lost as Milne gets to the front. Pressure from Ewington. Caused the ball to hit the ground. Then she just sits on her teammate. On her opponent's going to be free kick. So Milne will play on. She goes to the middle and she finds Weldon. Poor checking from the North Launceston defenders, but as I mentioned, I reckon they're pretty fatigued from a lot of work now. Grace, you're too far out, but she's thinking she's a chance.
Just on the edge, I reckon. 30 metres out.
Yeah. Usually good on the run, Grace. You'll try and find some space. She'll get the distance, but not the accuracy. And the points are mounting up. 3-9 is the score now for South.
Let's see what they do from the kick out this time, Aaron. They just go that longer option. Here they go, the far side this time.
So this is good. A bit of play on. Clear the ball outside D50. Dingen needs to get involved, I think, at the moment.
Could be a Lassou there.
I think we could. Who came up with the action? Was that I wonder if all the umpires sat around and said, what's going to be our signal for last touch or last possession?
It's been in South Australia for a while, so I reckon they probably invented it.
Maybe they came up with it. They're quirky, those South Australians, aren't they? Weldon in the middle. She finds a teammate out the side. Gillow with a rushed entry inside forward. 50 Milne at the back. A little push, a little shove, a little hold. And a free to the Bombers. I love it. I love the rule. I love some of the modern rules. A lot of people disagree with me, but I love the stand rule. I love the last touch or the last possession rule. They've been sort of in some of the junior footy. The last touch has been in women's footy for a little longer. I also like 16 aside. There's so much more space out there. Now on a freestone with Dingen beside her side. Corbett with a rushed entry inside forward 50. Hands aplenty there. That's good from North. 3 players laying the tackle, but the problem is when 3 lay, there's someone free. It was Rani Milne who was unable to successfully extract herself from the contest. And Davies held up in the tackle, and here's a high. I think he was holding the ball, wasn't he?
Yes,
Dave?
It was indeed. Laying on top.
I'd say they've done a mountain of work in defence. That's okay. Whitney's come a long way up the ground.
She's going to have to touch it, and she does.
She does get it.
There's more than touch it, she gets it.
She actually runs around and tries to find Icon's got a couple to beat. Jazz Freestone's one of them. She looks up and tries to find the exit out of the phone booth, and she's unsuccessful.
Of course, the stand rule was a bit of a talking point yesterday with Tom Barassa's goal.
I haven't seen it actually. I did watch a bit of the replay.
Running around with your Oz kickers.
Yeah, it was mad too, by the way. A couple cry. But they had a ball. There's a few South Lonnie Oz kickers there. There's about 20 of them from South.
Brilliant.
Is that the 360? It's the one that last year they kind of called free. Yes. This year, I don't mind they're not. I got to say, there was so many holding the balls last night in the Devils game, I thought maybe I don't know the rule anymore, but I think they've eased up a little bit. Jazz unsuccessful with the touch on the ball. Barnes with a quick release. No one to get the ball to. Morrison. That's a clever kick. They can take some time here. Jazz has got players in the middle. A sister was screaming, the loudest! Freestone! And the Liana variety. Takes a spectacular grab. Cocker gets front position. Nicholson harassing. And she'll get away with a little flick handball. Trying to find Eichen. Eichen's got 2 to beat as well. Davies. Gillow shoots to goal. It's off the mark. And North with some numbers over the top. It's a dangerous ball. Poe's going to have to run. She's not going to get there first. Jazz Freestone there. Clever. Creative handball. It's looking back to Jazz. Just waits for it to stop. Goes further inboard. Steadies. Searching ball up the top. I think she was trying to find Oliver. It was a good option because it was the attacking side of Oliver's left-hand side, but out of bounds.
The behind post. So we've got 9 inside 50 to 0. Just a 1 goal. So still not converting their dominance here, South Launceston.
So Ewington has to go into the ruck. It's actually going to go past her. Oliver misses Milne. Now she gets it and then loses the footy. Once again, multiple North Launceston players. And South are just kind of waiting a little bit more for the ball to come out, which is, I reckon, something that Red will have a chat. Maybe you've got to go get it. 3 North Launceston players, and they are just really aggressive. So the attitude of the North girls is really good, but when it does come out, there's plenty of space. Nicholson looks up ahead. Doesn't have a lot to kick to. And it dribbles out of bounds. So it's cocktail weather here in the 26th of April. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. One of the teams to beat this season, losing last year's grand final, South Launceston. Something that I probably won't forget as they went in. I'd say favourites. It was a little wide throw. Barnes picked it up. Some run now. It was a good long ball, but it just missed Munting. Haven't had to do too much work off half back here, South Lonnie, and they're under some pressure. Eichen with a flick. She looked for a teammate. No one was there. Imogen Richards first to it. There's a player at the back here. They can get this ball moved on here. North Lonnie. They're a chance. Whitney took it to ground. Weldon picked it up and relieved some pressure. Looking for Freestone. Little fumbly at the moment. It's like the pressure is just frustrating South as North Lonnie are really providing some challenges here as Rani Milne drives it up. Cocker comes out and takes it. That's a good lead and an even better kick.
Those counter-attacks are dangerous for... Did you call the goal here, Aaron?
Well, he's sorry. Yeah, they've played on, so he gets it out. Cocker goes back again. She had a set shot a minute ago and decided she'd do something a little different. Great tackle by Ewington. And the umpire has another holding the ball inside D50 for North Lonnie.
And a few of those.
Salzberger back on the ground. It's a good wide ball. Dingen. I want to see her get involved. She's looking for a runner. Ewington. Bobbly old kick. The best. Weldon will pick up the crumbs. Salzberger on the run from 50. Cocker at the back. Rani at the front. Oh, nearly held the mark. She'll flick the handball out. Freestone turns the corner now. Can Jazz get one? Jazz can't get one.
So those counter-attacks are dangerous for North Launceston because the players spread out. South can rebound using their skill in their run.
Yeah, and they've got the knowledge that they've got some dangerous forwards. Interesting, Milne and Cocker pretty much in front of each other. It was a strange old spot. I They need it just to create a bit of spread or be next to each other, not in front of each other. Certainly not two key forwards as a ball up.
I'd like to see Michaela Cocker have a go at goal before. I think she's got that kick in her from what I've seen before.
Yeah, no, I think she does, yeah. Was it just lack of confidence? One in the ruck, but stolen by Freestone. Now it's looking for Sulzberger. She's on her knees. She'll remain. She's sort of turned over her body. Now he's holding the ball. So she's got to get rid of it. Great tackle again. It's a searching ball. Needs to be marked. Munting's got it. To Brown. Can't take it. Weldon at the crumbs. Brown was good. Just stayed connected to the game then. We're up to centre wing. Dogs with some numbers around this one. Richards looked to centre the ball and missed the mark. Munting calling for it. It goes over towards Richards. Hardwick now. Madden with a rushed. A little too rushed. Another nice lead here from Fox. Goes over ahead. Contest here and a half forward. Gillo's back on the ground. Good to see. Maybe just a little bruise on her leg.
Slow the whistle there, maybe.
All right on again. Great grab, Freestone. Going deep, been on the ball and it's taken a contested mark directly in front.
Lovely mark again.
Fading back too, and that was a difficult one to take, knowing that contact's going to come from behind. And Jazz has got it. She's had multiple opportunities, as has Liana. Has she got her kicking boots on for a... No, it was a good kick, but to the right. They're all going to the right, aren't they, Dave?
I don't know if we mentioned today, excuse me if we have, Aaron, I may not have been listening, but North without Groves and Creswell today. Two of their key players.
No Groves, yeah.
No Groves?
Yeah, no Groves. Well, I haven't seen it yet, so she was listed.
So, big out for North Launceston. A lot of experience.
Eichen at the back. Freestone at the front. Good ball up to Gillo. Sulzberger at the foot. Brown trying to get a hand on it. Gillo goes back again. Just a fumble. Fighting hard for the footy. I think it's going to be holding the ball. Yes, it is.
Another one.
Maybe about the fifth this quarter. Bailey with it now for the Bombers. It's not going to exit either. Pike rushing onto it. Good kick from Bruard. Didn't come back though enough. She had a player leading out of bounds.
Some of Groves' stats, Aaron. It's inside 50s 11-1. South's way. Clearances once again. 6 to South, 5 to North Launceston. So they're winning a bit of it around the contest.
Bruard at the back. She's taken some really good marks today. Missed that one though. 55 metres out from the Dogs' goal. It's been left of screen for most of this quarter. Freestone searching for the ball. Finds a wall of Bombers, and maybe there was a throw there. Yes, there was, a free kick. I think she did say, she's saying she handballed it, but I suggest it was a touch and go handball, as Dingen will slowly make her way up.
14 free kicks to 7 North's way at the moment.
A lot of them are holding the balls too, so they've been legitimately there. I don't think many have been missed or incorrectly called by the umpires. Not the best, Bruard. Madden involved. Stonehouse, left boot, was into a dangerous spot. Towards Bailey for North Launceston. Another holding the ball. I think that's 5 for the quarter, or even 6. Holding the balls inside their forward 50. They always talk, one of the big stats a few years ago was tackle count inside forward 50 from the offensive team, but for the defensive team, that's holding the ball as well. That's just outside forward 50, and a little push from Stonehouse, and then it's Liana Freestone just saying, get out of the way. No one on the mark. Stonehouse driving up Sulzberger. No, it wasn't her at the back, and that's a terrific mark in defence. Tudor being one of their best. Players, scrappy stuff at the moment. Brewer can't take possession. Davies also equally struggling to take possession. Richards now, she can pick it up. She's got some run on the inside. It's not a bad centering ball. The vice-captain, Corbett. Poor effort from her. She's a better kick than that, Corbett. Oliver, she's come out of defence, or come out of the forward line actually, and trying to fight a little bit of the footy. Georgia Gillo's gone forward at the moment. She handballs off. Good pressure applied by Creswell. Little tap up in the hands. And it might have been a throw. A little scoop. The hand was coming from low to high, and the umpire says, Liana, you've got a free. No one on the mark. Now they are. Well, will she kick a barrel? No, she's not even going to worry about it. She's going to give it back to the umpire. And they only progress their score by 1 goal, but plenty of behinds. It's 3-11-29. Multiple opportunities missed. And North Launceston, 0-0-0. The goal kickers. Morrison with a couple, and Sulzberger will have a little bit of a wrap-up. And then some stats from you, Dave.
Yeah, just before we get to some of the better players, just a North Launceston player I didn't pick up, it was just a handball to a bit of space there in the middle of the ground. Could have thrown it on the boot, easy from up here.
Yep.
Tiffany Whitney on a 1-on-1 inside 50. Just could have been a real opportunity there. But anyway, look, South continue their dominance. North have been fantastic from the pressure point of view. They're trying 100%. I mean, I don't think the coaching staff could fault their effort. It's been fantastic. Just a higher skill level for South. If we look at some of the stats, hit-outs 17 to South Launceston, 3 to North Launceston. Clearances, 12 to South, 9 to North. So they're sticking in there. They've got some good players around the contest, as we said. Inside 50 is a big disparity here, 38 to 3. So just the 3 goals from the 38 entries. Talk about their desperation in that back line from North Launceston. They've really made it difficult for South, who have missed some easier opportunities. Marks inside 50, 12 to 0. A lot of those marks, though, Aaron, have been around the 40 to 50 metre mark. Not that many deep marks. What else have we got? Intercept marks, 9 to South, 4 to North Launceston. Free kicks, 15 to the Bombers, 9 to the Bulldogs. Thanks, Dave Gruber.
Thanks, Dave. Good stats. And I tell a story as well. So 29, 3-11. Multiple entries inside forward 50 and 12 inside marks inside forward 50. Yep. On the flip side, maybe 6 defensive tackles, which resulted in a free kick for North Launceston, also in that defensive area. We might just mention a couple of those better players that have had an influence today so far. Ewanton, Icon's been good, Bailey, but it's been that the defenders have had to do a lot of the work. Tudor Brown have been really good back there. Haven't seen much of Granger. For South, Weldon's been electric. Breward, really good second quarter from her. The Freestone girls never involved.
Marking has been elite, those two girls.
Never far away from the footy. Like Stonehouse's game, Georgia Gillo also got a little bit of the ball late in that quarter. A lot to like about what we've seen so far from South. However, there's a little bit of hope and glimmer and some green shoots from North Lonnie as their youngsters are putting in a ripper display of effort, and they're being very pugnacious at the moment. However, the scoreboard reads South Lonnie 3-11-29, North Lonnie on the 0. And we'll have a quick break here on the stream. Be back after halftime.
The NTFA, it's in our DNA. In northern Tasmania, there are two seasons. There's footy season and there's waiting for footy season. Well, the wait is over. And the forecast is the right kind of hot and the right kind of cold. All on the same day. 22 clubs, 67 teams, 9 premiership cups up for grabs. Get to your local footy club this weekend. The NTFA, it's in our DNA.
So I hit the ground running so hard. Where
Well, we've had our cool drinks, and that's what's needed at the moment. 22, 23 degrees at the moment. A perfectly sunny day here at York Park, the Northern Capital footy, and some renovations. And one of the renovations which has helped a lot is new change room, kind of new change rooms in the Western Stand, which got fixed really late on Friday. So South are using that today. The week before, Longford were here and they actually got their reserves team, couldn't get onto the ground quick enough, Foz, was it? And they copped the free kick, I think it went for the middle of the ground, didn't it? So once they came on late, then the opposition North Lonnie team actually got a free kick from being late on the ground. They had to walk around 400 metres. But anyway, we've got a curious game at the moment. It's an inaccurate South Lonnie, 3-11-29 to a really gallant North Launceston as Freestone straight away involved into the action. They might have a quick entry here as well and delivers it up. North Lonnie got the players in the right spot in defence and the mark taken by Nicholson.
22.9 degrees, Aaron.
There you go. Nicholson's kick, he's trying to find a teammate up at half forward, just misses her in towards Keely Morrison, gets some drive, the kick to Cocker, tough one for her to contend with. Nicholson was actually the one holding there. I thought she held, and then Cocker was a bit stronger, and it's something going on here. We've got a
Keely
player
Morrison,
down.
yeah.
Is that cramp Keely's got there at the moment?
No, she got sort of
hamstring.
hit from the side as she kicked the ball.
Just in a thigh, maybe, Keely.
Yeah,
so,
might be a core kick.
Yeah, you're right. You can see the run. It's not just that dead leg. Anyway, so free kick, it's not the best option. Bruard will launch it long. She actually decides late to go short to Cocker. Strong. Hands vice-like. She's not one to play on. Sulzberger on the lead. Right hand unable to take the football. Brown off the ground. Clears the defensive 50. It's going to come back again, though. Quick entry in again. Sulzberger at the back. In fact, it's not Sulzberger at the back. It was Williams at the back. Looks a little similar from a distance with less tattoos and out of bounds right. The left pocket.
Speaking of injuries, Aaron, I don't think I've seen Grace Gillow since we saw her limp off there.
No, she came back on.
She did? Okay.
Not in the action, but I did see her in one moment in centre wing.
Okay.
So she's back on.
Good news.
I think also copped a knock to her leg as she was kicking the footy. Cocker in front position, gets both hands of the footy out of the ruck contest. It's going to go through. That's how you do it. Grab it out of the ruck and get it onto your right boot, and Cocker's got her first, and they've got their fourth.
Such a forward line presence, Michaela Cocker. She does a lot of the ruck work. Like she breaks tackles at ease up there, and reward for effort. I think she had a good game today.
Yep.
Take a couple of grabs.
Could have had 2 other shots on goal,
Yes.
too, Foz. I was surprised that she's not a bad kick, but just lacking some confidence to extend herself past 30 metres. But it feels like a deserved goal. South Lonnie with all the work in their forward 50 for the start of this third quarter.
.411, 35. So see if they can turn that inaccuracy into some accuracy in this third quarter.
No, well to nutmeg. Liana Freestone not driving. Ball, it's a little short. Williams was on the run then, trying to get it, but it was just a fraction short from her. Brouard to it first. It just hit a toe. She'll, second time. Gingen tries to lay some pressure. Lyons, who's been pretty quiet today. It was really impressive with her late in the year. Weldon with some space and then a bit of pace, but just enough as Tudor to Icon. Great ball from her. Aggressive delivery into the middle of the ground. Looking for Williams. Now it's on to Granger. Maddie trying to use some speed. It's something that she has. Great coming late was Munting. And a ball up. A little moment for North. Hardwick is playing loose in defence at the moment, so it's a 2v1 even if they do get this ball forward, North.
Imogen Williams going back to pick her up.
Jazz trying to win it with 2 hands. Barnes trying to find a gap. Gillow, there she is, got taken high, and she'll get a free. She's in the wars at the moment, Grace. Centre wing. Dingen. And that might be a little hold for her. So, a little period of play here for North where they've had a little bit of the footy, a few opportunities. Just that deeper entry. And that didn't go deep enough as Woods in defence for the Dogs. The kick was a little short. It was looking for Grace Weldon. Brouard in the action and a ball up. Just any mistake, isn't it, Dave, at the moment?
Yep.
Even a small mistake is being gobbled up by South. On the flip side, though, South have had so many opportunities in their forward 50. That could have been a lot more in front. Icon, the ground. He got held without the footy. Brouard on top of it. Weldon definitely held without the football, and she'll receive a free. I like the way she attacks the footy, Grace. Scott Liana Freeson up the middle. She's going to go a little shorter to Brouard. She can swing around now. Stonehouse, she's got a couple involved. Tudor was in the middle. She has time, Tudor. They're linking up really well. That handball, though, needed to have a little bit more authority to it. Liana Freestone, rush ball. They've got players around the drop. Nicholson involved. Georgia Gillow tries to tap it between the legs. Cocker now. Icon. Good pass. Great smother from Icon. Georgia with the tackle. And the ball spills free. It's picked up by Binns. It's going to come again, though. They've got players everywhere here. There's Liana. She's going to go short. It's all a little too easy at the moment for South. It's like the game just stopped.
Yeah, there's an injury on the far side there. On the North Launceston players.
So I might have to go back to Liana Freestone. What a trainer right on there. Trying to see who that player is. She's getting up now.
Seems to be okay. It's Bree Icon, number
yeah,
11.
They don't want her injured. She's probably had the most possessions for their team. She'll have a breather. Hopefully she's fine. She's running off okay. Always reckon when you're down like that. In some discomfort. Certainly not moving as well as she has. So Liana's got it. There's a lead from Sulzberger. She'll go to Cocker. Juggles. Misses the ball. She'll have a second chance. That could be holding the footy. That'll be holding the ball, and Cocker. Will she take this one on 25 metres out?
Yeah, good tackle. Number 12 there from North Launceston, Jalen Bailey. Yep.
It's been great, Bailey too, but is Cocker She's kicked one. It was out of the ruck contest. Now a set shot. It looks to be coming back, and it's a 6-pointer. She's got 2.
Yeah, reward for effort. Yeah, tough there for North Launceston. It's not great when you see one of your better players off the ground. Hopefully she's okay there, Bree Eichen, but yeah, just Michaela Cocker once again. She's going to come off for a spell after kicking a couple of goals in this quarter. So 2 goals in this quarter so far through 7 minutes for South Launceston. Looking at Gruber's stat sheets, 7 inside 50s to 1. So a couple of goals from those 7 entries.
Right, ringing the changes. I think they've only got 2 on the bench. North as well. Bree's up and about 2. She's walking around fine, so good result for her. Probably needed a breather too, because she's done a lot of the work.
It's Creswell.
Right, so it was okay, but then it's going to be received here by the South defenders. Close to the line. Good Bundingen then. Creswell, she can get a handball here. She needs to accelerate though. There's a rush ball up towards their half-forward line. Kilo involved. Richards is in defence now, and a ball up. 55 out from North's goal into May Park, end of York Park here. Good tap from Creswell in the ruck up against Jazz Freestone. Another little push out the side. Good from Creswell. Little dodge one way, and Davies with a exit outside. Milne gets a touch to it. Tudor at the back of the pack, unable to take possession of the ball. Rani really energetic to Sulzberger. Good pressure though, once again. They're not stopping at all. There's Brown involved. Composed was Corbett. Mocha Nicholson, can she find a teammate? She does. Brown with a rushed exit. Goes over Freestone's head. Jazz will get back onto the football. She's got Weldon running past. She decides a shorter option, looking for Georgia. Misses her. It's still a loose footy. Bailey unable to take the ball. They look a little tired too, Dave, don't they?
They are. Warm day. Here's Keeley again.
Keely Morrison runs out of the pack and she dobs a third. And they've all been like that too, haven't they?
She's moving pretty well, so she covered from that, looked like a bit of a corky to me, to the leg there, so she's gone on, got that rubbed out a bit. And yeah, look, she take your opportunities. Remember, Keely played with the Tassie Devils as a youngster in the under-18 competition, and she's a really solid citizen, right in her prime now as a footballer.
Yep.
She's got that experience.
Yeah, they're in the right age demographic, South Donny, to keep this group together for 6, 7, 8 years. Nice goal from Keely. 3 to her. And the extended lead now, 6-11-47. It's starting to look like a decent discrepancy on the scoreboard, but the clearance work's been good. Defensive pressure's been great. And Jazz Freestone driving balls. Sulzberger over her head. Where are the runners? Just hit the chest of Oliver. Fellingham's been energetic around the footy a few times, looking for a teammate. Gets around one. A knocked out handball's ineffective. Bailey now. Dingham with a rush ball. Got to the middle of the ground. Can they make something of this, North Launceston? There's some pressure as Corbett often accelerates out of the contest. It misses Tudor's hands. Falls to Sulzberger. She steadies towards goal. And they've got a couple in a minute. Good little passage here from South Lonnie. Probably the reward that they deserve.
3 multiple goal kickers now. 3 to Morrison, 2 each now to Cocker and Lucy Sulzberger. Yeah, look, I thought that was a good kick out by Dingham. It got them 40, 50 metres out, but they're just not able to make connection with somebody. Yep. As soon as they exit defensive 50, it comes straight back, and it must be exhausting for that back line just to see repeat entries.
Yep.
And eventually it's going to happen, isn't it? They're going to score a goal out of it.
Yeah, just that weight of pressure in the end. They can also mix it up here a little bit. They've got a broader spectrum of talent in the team south, so they've got Georgia Gillo's gone into the forward half. She was playing off half back. Oliver, who I haven't seen much of, can find a feet forward too, along with Fellingham, creating some challenges. And the work around the ball's been wonderful always from these mids as Jazz Freestone tries to knock into a sister. Stonehouse. And the umpire's found maybe a high, so South with the free.
Well, slow to get up.
Yeah, that's Jazz Freestone.
Yes.
I reckon I need a breather here, South. They look actually pretty tired. It's been a taxing game in many ways due to the heat as much as possible. As a push in the back, and it'll be a free kick here to North. Oliver was trying to find front position, but she was unable to work her way into that spot.
The helicopter overhead, Aaron?
Yeah, there's always excitement going on from the lead. Yeah. Joe's always up to some stuff over there. There's always a tractor, a helicopter, or something going on.
Because we don't look too far ahead here. We're going to get a hold of the ball. No. But big clash next week, South Launceston versus Launceston in the women's. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, replay.
Good game yesterday, Launceston and Scottsdale.
Yeah, wrapped with that one. 3/4 was really tight, wasn't it? So good effort from Scottsdale. Yeah, high. Liana on the ground. Icon battling with her. Corbett now. And it's Bruard in the ruck. Fellingham, Sulzberger with a flick handball. Unable to be taken. Still an opportunity. And Morrison, who's being a real pest at the moment for the Dogs.
Inside 50 just quarter. Dave Gruber, 11-2 South's way.
So she could have had 4 goals, Keeley. Icon misses. Liana fixes it. Nicholson trying to gather the footy. Jazz Freestone was to Weldon. She'll have some time here, Weldon. Bailey's just beside her. Weldon now steadies, and it's been picked up here by Brown. Richards on the run. Morrison with time and a little bit of space. South Launceston build again. Freestone with a quick kick, and Rani Milne has it. 45 out, looking for the leads now. This is where they've been pretty good, North Launceston, been able to defend this kick. Will they defend it this time? It's tucked in the goal square, and it will go through for a minor. Good work. Oliver is a little taller than I thought. She's provided a good vocal point, but the difference compared to Cock, who's taken 2 really good set marks, Oliver's unable to take that overhead mark. But good change-ups here just to give some players a different experience. Icon at ground level has a runner going past. Somehow stayed in the play. Got it over to Fox. She got dragged off the football. Rani Milne has an opportunity to get it first. A short option. It's not too bad. Stonehouse breaks out. Freestone, and the defence was good. Stebbings, great punch, and she needed to get it because Liana was lurking with her hands. So throwing in a dangerous spot, Bellingham, and that's Nicholson. Tudor running through. Weldon now picks it up. She's got a player at the top in Milne. She'll get it to her now. Can Milne extricate herself in this? Flicks out the handball out wide now. Stonehouse flies. Stonehouse misses.
Been impressed with Stonehouse so far today. We've had a lot of good players at South Launceston.
Yeah, a lot of their, I don't want to say lesser known players like Stonehouse have actually had an opportunity to get a bit of the footy today too. It's Corbett with the ball. She delivers to Freestone. I'd love a goal in the 50th. Stonehouse searching for the ball. Oliver picks it out of the pack. Weldon spun in the tackle. have dragged that one back in. They're fighting hard. Tudor was great and did enough to stop an opportunity for a Fillingham goal. Oliver, 2 hands. Sulzberger just ricocheted. Goes a second time. Sulzberger. Freestone's going to get it. Liana gets it on a 50th. And a lot of work and effort gone into that goal as it just eventually fell out the back of the pack right inside the goal square, and Liana Freestone gets one.
Simply weight of numbers there, Aaron.
Yep.
That was, I think, 3 or 4 to 1 there in the goal square. And the odds are always going to favour South Launceston. And when you've got the class of the 50 game of Liana Freestone, she's going to convert that sort of opportunity. So, yeah, North, it's danger signs you a little bit. They've done well, they've worked hard, but always repeat inside 50 entries eventually.
Yep.
They're going to hit the target, and it's 8-14 to 0. And this quarter is now 5 goals, 3 to South Launceston.
Olive Nicholson's been outstanding back there, but she looks fatigued at the moment.
Absolutely.
She's done a lot of work along with Bailey. I mean, you feel like they could be great on the ball as well, but there's so much needed in defence as well. They break it out of the middle of the ground. That wasn't disposed of. Be holding the ball. So
yeah,
I can with the footy.
Good to see you back on the ground, Aaron. After that knock.
Goes up the field. Grace Gillow gets it. Ewington. And it's going to be free to North.
There's a chance for the Bombers. The first inside 50 for a while.
So Ewington in front of Gillow.
Maybe it won't be.
Well, it's not going to go because it came off the toe. Poe. Can't get it. This is the challenge for North. Although they're set up okay behind the footy now. Dingham now. Icon swings it out.
That's it.
Ewington drives it up towards half forward for North Launceston, but the defenders are waiting and watching and steadying. Could come back again though. Granger with some run. She might get it back here again. Granger now. Steadies. Over the top. Finds Binns. Oh, what's it done that for? It's gone through. And North have a goal. And the crowd love it, and their players loved it. And it was entertaining, and it was Granger with an effort. And in the end, I think Binns did the finishing.
Yes, she did.
Because we've been waiting for some magic from someone up there in their forward line, and we found it from Granger to Binns.
That was great team play from North Launceston.
Yep.
Like a couple of times in my head I was saying, get it in. But they kept control of the footy. They used handball. They waited till somebody got clear. And a bit of luck with the finish, but they deserve that goal, North Launceston.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Went sharply to the right, and it eluded the South defender. And it found its way to the Northern End's goals.
Just watching it on the stream replay there, yep.
That's a great... And you just see, once it bounced, it went the other way as well. So, geez, these balls are stupid shapes, aren't they?
Great team goal, North Launceston. Well done, girls.
What a strange sport we play. Jazz was in the ruck. Here we go. Can she get one on the run? Liana Freestone drives towards goal. She nails 2. That is a ripper. How about that celebration? An easy goal a few moments ago, and then the stunning shot right on the 3/4 time siren. And that's called an exclamation mark, if I can get it out correctly.
Well, I'm just writing down, there's a couple of nominations for goal of the day there in that last 30 seconds.
Yep.
First of all, Rihanna Binns. A team goal more.
Bounce of the year. That'd be bounce of the year. We can.
Liana Freestone there. Like she delivered that from 40, 50 metres.
She's had a few moments as well, and just that constant engagement in the game from Liana is giving us some rewards for a couple of goals. The multiples now. Freestone has 2. Sulzberg with a couple. Morrison with 3. Could have had 4. Cocker with 2. And then Rihanna Binns around about 30 seconds ago kicked an amazing goal to the left-hand side of the screen. They get them there first, but it's 9-14-68 to North 91 straight 6, and maybe just a few of the better players you observed so far, Dave, and then we'll have a couple of stats.
Yep, Liana Freestone, excellent all day. Grace Weldon faded a little bit in that quarter, but she's had a good game overall. Bruard, terrific. I mean, it's hard to talk about their back line because it hasn't been down there much, but they've certainly formed a real wall down there, preventing the ball from getting into that attacking 50. Keely Morris is one of the best players on the ground. I noticed she was involved in the back line there a moment ago as well. Michaela Cocker's presented well. But a really good team effort so far for South Launceston. For North, I've loved Olive Nicholson's game back there. Brie Ikens tried hard. Jaylene Bailey also back in the back line. Like Marley Brown, she's been involved a fair bit. And Rihanna Binns, of course, with that great finish. Granger started getting the game as well. The stats to three-quarter time. Hit-outs, 29 South Launceston, just 5 to North Launceston. Clearances, 23 the Bulldogs, 11 to North, and 11 to 2 that quarter to the Bulldogs. Inside 50s, 52 to 7, 14 to 4 in that quarter. Marks inside 50, 15 for the Bulldogs, none as yet for North Launceston. Intercept marks, 12 to South Launceston. Their half-back line has been elite. To 6 to North Launceston, and free kicks 20 to the Bombers, 13 to the Bulldogs. We'll take a break here on the AFL live stream, and we'll come back quite soon for the last quarter.
The NTFA, it's in our DNA. In northern Tasmania, there are 2 seasons. There's footy season and there's waiting for footy season. Well, the wait is over. And the forecast is the right kind of hot and the right kind of cold. All on the same day. 22 clubs, 67 teams, 9 premiership cups up for grabs. Get to your local footy club this weekend. The NTFA, it's in our DNA.
Chris Sayer down on the ground. He's going to be our boundary rider in the men's games. We're just doing a quick test of the equipment. G'day, Chris.
Yes, g'day, everyone. Quick update on the senior teams. No changes to the south side that I've been told, anyway. For the North Launceston side, Thomas Templeton is out, replaced by Harper Sheehan. Templeton's got a bit of a niggling leg injury, so they're just resting him for the game. Beautiful day out here, as you'd expect.
Thank you, Chris. We'll talk to you in the men's game coming up soon.
Okay, will do.
Thank you. Go.
Last quarter action, York Park, as the sun continues to probably sap some of the energy in it. And I can't read minds and I can't read lips, but I observed the three-quarter time address from Brett. And he did a lot of pointing to the board, which I can only take a guess and suggest that there's some changes afoot, particularly with some of the players that maybe haven't had a lot of the ball. But as I look on the binoculars, we've got some similar faces. Cocker on the forward line. Sulzberger just next to her. And the Freestone girls in the middle. And Liana right on cue. Delivers it. Sulzberger misses her. Nicholson at the back of the pack. She'll have a little bit of time here. looking for a handball over the top. This is what they've been good at defence so far towards Munting. A long searching footy, searched a little bit too far. And have found Morrison. 3 goals to her. She's got a lead on the pocket. She's gone very high with that one. Cocker's going to have to work particularly hard. Lands near her now. She beats one and she flicks it over to Sulzberger. Not a very steadying shot from Sulzberger. It's going to dribble towards Gillow. She has enough time. Oh, George has missed another one. And out of bounds to the right-hand side. Had a little bit more time to make a better effort to kick that one on goal. So 9-14. Was that 57, I think, inside forward 50s to 7, I think, group. So an indication along with the scoreboard.
52-7.
Yeah, the challenge it's been. Leona gets it. She didn't have enough time to get a disposal, but she can't get her own one again. Georgia Gillow fighting hard with Tudor. Rani Milne. She's got a handle over the top. She decides to get to Stonehouse. Stonehouse trying to find the left boot. Doesn't get enough contact on the football. It drops into the forward square. It's picked up here by Sulzberger, which she's taken high. The umpire says it's all good, and we're 10 metres out from goal. South attacking. So familiar players around the drop of this footy. There's Sulzberger. Cocker will look for it. Now Cocker gets it. Flying shot. It misses her. It's been kept in play. It should be taken over it. Rolls away. Cocker kicked one in the second half or the third quarter out of the ruck contest. On that occasion, unable to get a decent bit of the slipper on the ball. And the umpire's blowing a whistle here. It's play on though. Milne's got it. The kick out's ineffective. Just got a player over the top. Sulzberger. In fact, it's not Sulzberger, it's Stonehouse. She had a shot from here in the second quarter would have been, and she was a little out of her reach then. Although she's got good contact on that, but misdirected. Nicholson's kick. A nice little juggling mark by Creswell. Looking for Whitney. And Hardwick gets it first. Hardwick's left is good. I think initially it was not going for Gillow, but she snuck in the back of the pack. Milne with a tackle. Icon trying to get it at ground level. Rani Milne squeezes a handball out towards Bruard, who gets it up towards half foot, and a great defensive mark taken by Barnes, who's been one of North's more competent players. Clearing kick. Icon. Bash and crash. There's a little fumbly around the footy at the moment. Yeah, say some fatigue. Barnes has got it. Had a little bit more time, but moves it out. Misses Ewington. And it's been received now. Gillow to Jazz Freestone. Searching handball to Liana Freestone. She's going to kick 3. No. What's that goalpost doing there? Oh, gee, flying shot then by Cocker. So flying it, I think it missed the block and lot. Kick from Liana Freestone. I thought that was going to carry the distance. Barnes now with some time. She's got Dingham to help. Dingham goes in, flicks it out. Once again, the pressure from the South mids is pushing it back, given away then by Richards from South line in a free kick here to North. Long lead from Munting's ignored. They've gone in a more aggressive direction to the middle. Icon with a scoop and then a shoveled handball out. So now a little bit of toe from North Launceston. They scramble the ball up towards their half-forward line. Munting now goes back to Icon. Heard a whistle. Turns a corner. And that's a wonderful tackle by Davies. All that effort to get forward, Dave, and then the tackle.
Yeah, unlucky there, but Tiffany just tried to get around the tackle and just couldn't do so.
Well, the kick's not the best. So
Another chance.
So Eichen with the footy. She goes lateral. Bailey was the target. Creswell at the ground. And the umpires found a high. Thought they both were going for the footy then.
Pushing the back, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Jazz with it. Bruard by herself. Milne by herself. Freestone's by herself, but the Milne kicks a little skew whiff, but it might still favour Liana. She's got a player over the top. It's a clever kick to Cocker. She'll have to fight for it in the goal square. Nicholson coming now using a pace. Cocker comes back a second time. The flick out handball now. Picked up by Whitney. A nice build up again. Cocker somehow gets around one, then loses possession. The footy goes to ground. On the ground is Lyons, unable to take the ball and the ball up. Just that speed as Bruard got the game running and Milne found a lot of space. Cocker looks back. Sulzberger in the pocket. The goalkeeper on the line should take it over. Barnes is deep. She's been for most of the day under so much pressure. Lyons involved laterally. And it feels like the energy's just being lost here for the players. Dave, it's gone a bit flat at the moment.
It has, yeah. They haven't conceded a goal yet this quarter. The Bombers through 7 minutes. You happy with that?
Jazz Freestone with a touch of the footy. Richards is there. Creswell for North Lonnie. A hurried footy to Weldon. Rani Milne trying to get herself up out of the tackle. Weldon. Jazz Freestone. Weldon now steadies. She decided to try and take it around the corner. Probably had an opportunity to get herself front onto the goals and drill a drop punt, but she decided the around the corner kick was the best option.
Looks like it's out of bounds on the floor. 9-17 to 1 goal straight, so they haven't made the most of their opportunities, the Bulldogs.
And I don't think there's going to be some big percentages, I'd imagine, as Liana gets around 1, gets around 2, gets around 3. A clever kick to Corbett. Brilliant play from Freestone. The delivery from Corbett. Weldon misses. Stonehouse gets it. That's on the ball.
Another great tackle by the North London defence.
I reckon there's been 10 free kicks in the defensive.
And Olive Nicholson has been one of the main tacklers, although she doesn't get the free kick on this occasion. Hands it over to Jaylene, I think it is.
Yep.
Jaylene Bailey.
Bailey's got it. Probably those two have been their 3. Only been a little lazy and try to use a foot. Kick's not great. Richards now with a high searching footy. Milne gets to the front.
Nice mark.
She's made up for the kick with a great contested grab in the middle of the pack. She's going to search for Corbett. Stonehouse is involved. Barnes is there first and the boundary comes second. So pretty much perfect conditions and maybe a slight breeze to the right pocket at the northern end of York Park is a minor factor in those goal shots. I don't think anyone knew the ball was going to be thrown in as Georgia Gillo's got it. Tudor misses it. Stonehouse then steadies. Can she get one? She delivers short. Bounces and bobbles away from Sulzberger. Cocker fighting hard for the footy. Bailey on top of her. And she's got a free kick. Another one to Bailey.
Shailene Bailey, tackling machine back there.
Unbelievable from Bailey. Dingen now. This is Ash. She'll look up. She'll try and find Whitney. She's at the fall of the footy. Not too many options other than the middle of the ground, but they're set up well. Here's South Bonnie. And the run now from Corbett, the VC. The kick's poor. She had some more moments as Barnes onto it first. Georgia Gillo for the Dogs will look up and have a runner going past. Great defence again. Another holding the ball. Well, I'll certainly look back maybe at the footage of the game and be really proud of their effort to tackle. South, on the other hand, would be disappointed they haven't been able to get a few more players around, a few more blocks as well. She says no. Gets scragged still by Eichen. Affects the kick. Georgia Gillow over the top with the handball. Trying to find Stonehouse. Rolling maul at the moment. Stebbings involved. Still the ball hasn't exited. Cannot find the hands of the run of Weldon. Barnes with a pushed handball. Binns now. Kicked an amazing goal in that second quarter. Rushed entry inside forward 50. Sulzberger lurking at the back of the pack. Spins around one. Turns the corner. Had some pressure on the kick. Cocker will get it. Oh, Cocker's dropped probably would have been the easiest mark or easiest attempt today. Barnes with a rush ball out of the defensive 50. Searching one. Eichen can get there first. Freestone at the ground. She's got 3 Bombers to beat. She still has the football in her hands. And a good stoppage. 1-0 to 9-17. So next week, top of the table clash for the girls. Dribbling ball. Weldon with the bump and the pump. She gets up. It's clever. Trying to find Stonehouse. Nicholson always trying to create. Barnes over the top. Short option was towards Milne. Freestone. Can she bang a third? Yes, the bend from the umpire. And the third for Liana.
Interesting, they've only had the 4 goal kickers today. 3 to Liana Freestone, 3 to Kelly Morrison, 2 each to Lucy Sulzberger and Michaela Cocker. So goals have been fairly concentrated. They have got a lot of players who can score goals. But
their midfielder just shows a little bit around the effort from their midfield, though. Although Morrison has played a bit deep, she's also played off the back of the pack as well. Yeah. So
great finish by Liana. Look, when she gets free like that, sets out a goal. She's a good finisher. So, yeah, she's been terrific today. And the North back line is they try so hard, but they just haven't got the next kick. So they get the kick out.
Yep.
They haven't got the next kick after that. So they often are just dealing with repeat entries and you don't deal with it so often. But they've only kicked the 1 goal this quarter, South Launceston, so credit to the Bombers. But they're well on top in this game.
Interesting to know what South can get out of this game as well. Grezza with a handball out. She was searching for Gingen on the run. Really favoured her. The ball's just feels like as it bounces. Weldon with class, picks it up, gets to the middle of UTAS. Freestone with a lead. Now she'll go that direction. It'll fall just in front of her. She's got some pressure over the top from Pike. She steadies with a low, searching footy. Brilliant football from the Bulldogs, and Sulzberger has it directly in front, 35 metres out. That was electric from South Launceston. So they're all getting on the line. And let's see what the Sulzberger kick. It's a little to the left. It's going to be Freestone in the pocket. Snaps it around the corner, and it's a little to the near. 4 would have been good in her 50th. She's got 3, and she's providing some real headaches for the Bombers.
Launceston versus South next week. Who are you picking, Aaron? Put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, I like a couple of ins. One of the ins is from South Donny for Lonnie, but I without seeing the Devils bit, I'm not sure if Georgia McAdoo will be back from the 18s, but I think South just. Grace Gillow. Jazz Freestone. Oh, goodness, she's found a sister. Unbelievable. She'll go up to the top to Cocker. She gets to the front. Nicholson with a hand on it. It was good from her. She's got a runner over the top. That's great from Nicholson. This is a kick, isn't it, Dave, you mentioned. This time it might actually pay off. Although Georgia gets to the front of the pack. She had a good little battle there with Munting. Searches back again. Freestone. Low entry inside 450. Cocker at the front. At the front. That's where you got to play. And she shouldn't have too much trouble. She'll turn around and realise she's got to go about 5 metres to the right. She wasn't really gaining advantage. She's directly in front. Cocker's got 2. One out of the ruck contest, another from a set. She's deliberate approach. Oh, come on. That's gone to the right. It just maybe a little bit of lack of confidence with the set shots. Driving that foot through the ball is not what's happening at the moment.
Something to practice at training for Michaela.
the feeling that you need to point your toe to where you want the ball to go to get that energy through the leg, to get the ball going a little straight. Grace Gillow at the back. Picked out by Corbett. She was under some pressure when she delivered the kick. Now, got a foot race. And let's see who's going to show some speed.
Keeley.
Morrison has some speed. I think she was initially going to go back into Gillow. Missed her. Got some numbers around the ball now, North Launceston. Keeley tries to reach down and grab it. Binns providing some pressure. Now it does finally exit that contest. Dingen thrown down to the ground. There's a player in the middle of the ground. It should find Creswell. She's going to get on a bite. Turns a corner. That's good play from her. They're actually trying to create something here. Over towards Whitney. Enough time. The kick is disappointing. Hardwick by herself in defence. Seems like they're cheating it here south. Oh, that's going to be 50. Oh, there's a play down again. Well, that's cramp, is it? The old... Oh, no, there's actually holding. There's a...
It's Kiara Dingen.
It is Dingen, yeah. There's a couple of North players come around. There's a South player in there as well, just providing a little bit of support for Dingen. I've seen a couple of players fall to the ground. Good for the umpires too. They're really quick on the whistle. Oh, I think it was Sulzberger who came in just to console Kiara. I've got a little break in play. It's 10-19, 79 to 1-6. It's 3 to Morrison, 3 to Freestone, and a couple to Sulzberger and Cocker. And Binns is the goal kicker for the Bombers. It was a beauty. She nailed it from about 35-40 under some pressure. It went right and went left and went right and went left and went all over the place. Might have a decent stoppage here at the moment. There's Kiara still just on her back receiving some treatment. I actually think, once again, I've tried to make up what Brett Gillow was saying at three-quarter time without any proof. It looks like she's just trying to get herself settled and breathing here gently. They've been winded.
Clock has stopped here, so this could cause a little bit of a delay in the next game coming up.
Let's hope it doesn't ruin the stream supply.
All right.
No, we'll be right. Well, you've already got... There's a short turnover between games, too,
There is, yeah. We've seen that in recent weeks, so it's been furiously texting Chris at the station to inform him of that. We might not get underway in the men's stream till about 2 o'clock, but looks like good news is that Kiara Dingen is getting to her knees.
She'll have to come off the ground, though.
Yeah.
She's been down for a while now. Well, she's going to be helped off the ground, so...
I don't think it's a leg injury. I think it's been more a head knock.
That's good, though. I mean, she's been supported off the ground. There's been a couple of knocks today. There's been a few knocks on the North Donny confidence too. That was so good last week against Scottsdale. In the game for probably a quarter and a half, if not nearly half time. They were still in. They got a late goal before half time. But today it's been really one-way traffic. Over 60. There's Hardwick looking to play on. Oh, this is a curious one. Surely the umpires can let her get off the ground because they've got one less player on here, North. But Hardwick's got the ball in defence here for the Bulldogs, and she wants to play, but no, the umpire's saying, well, hang on, we've got to have 16 on field for both sides. So the last embers of this game before the men's clash. And I'm feeling Fox looks a little ginger too as she's coming on. So Gingen goes off, Hardwick in defence for South. Loads up. Now to Grace Gill, I should say, gets in the front position. She quickly plays on.
We go back over the mark.
Well, I think Grace may have forgotten which way she was going. May have forgotten which way, but she looked like she was going to turn right and then she realised I've got to go left. Now she's gone through the right door. It's a good kick. She was searching for Davies, who's been pretty energetic today around the footy. Bruard in the tackle. Ball spills now. Hardwick in defence. Probably will get hold of this one. She does. Woods with a rush ball. A couple of dogs in the middle of the ground. Madden now. Kick is just off the toe. There's a lot of North Lonnie players all free by themselves. They just needed to get it there. It's got by Bruard though. The joint captain of the Dogs has had a really good game, as so often I'd say she may not have been aiming for Rani Milne, but she's got it nonetheless. And Milne's kick's a little flat. Just a few entries. Maybe they're a little bit deep, the South forwards, that come up a little bit and get on the lead of those that are just falling a bit short. A curious spot to kick. She's maybe looking for a Creswell. Milne involved. And a ball up with the hands of Davies around Creswell. Freestone against Barnes. She managed to get a kick out of that contest. Sulzberger at the ground. Sulzberger will go a second time. Milne now. She steadies. And the tackle's very firmly laid by Granger, who's found a way in defence after spending a little bit of time inside the forward 50, which is probably a spot that suits her, but she'll be keen to get a bit of the ball. Tap coming out by Poe. She caused a contest, and that was good. Gillow taken down. Maybe didn't have the ball. She'll get a free.
It's just the one goal to the South in this quarter.
Yeah, they've been a bit accurate since half-time too. Well, a little bit more accurate. Still a few behinds this quarter. It's Gillow now. Will launch up. Nice great grab. Oliver. Really good game from her. And that's as good a contested mark as you'll see. She's going to have a set shot. Just rushed a little bit to take a little bit longer if she likes. The kick's gone to the right. Still a chance. It's been snavelled. And it's Morrison, I think. Yes, it is. She's got 3. And this will be her first set shot for goal. And doesn't muck around either. As Morrison steadies in and kicks her 4th. She's had a day out here at UTAS.
Still just the 4 goal kickers. And
funny scoreline, isn't it?
It is. Keely Morrison, fantastic game. If I was giving votes, I think she might be in them just for taking her opportunities. And she copped a knock there in that third quarter, but she's bounced back. And she's she probably hasn't been in the top echelon of South players in last year. I mean, she was a good, solid citizen, but today she's been fantastic. She's on the wing at the moment. Looks really fit, had a great pre-season, and terrific game.
She could run through the middle, but it's really hard to break in. As the siren sounds on a South Launceston victory, 11-19-85 to North, just a single goal. And Freestone, in her 50th game, kicks 3 goals and has a heap of touches. Morrison, as we mentioned, with 4 Cocker, and Sulzberger with a couple each. And it was the Binns goal that got us excited in the third quarter for North that made some noise in the Carlton draft stand, the spot where they used to sit in that old grandstand in the days gone past. But it's a victory for South, a deserved one. We'll hear some stats in a minute from Dave, but plenty to like still around that defence from North Launceston. Not really tried. They didn't stop in their efforts and commitment, but in the end, the weight of numbers for South was just a little bit too good. Dave, some notes from you.
You summed it up beautifully there, Aaron. Yeah, great, good game by both teams. They both played very well in their capacity at the moment. The players they've got available, both really gave 100%, and that's what we like to see. Dave Gruber's stats: South Launceston 37 hit-outs to 5 over the day, clearances 28 to 14. The Bulldogs' way inside 50, 67 to 8, so 15 to 1 in that last quarter. And when you look at 67 entries, and South Launceston have got the 11 goals, so well done to North Launceston. They had to absorb a lot of pressure over the day. Marks inside 50, 22 to South, none to North Launceston. Intercept marks 20 to the Bulldogs, 11 to the Bombers, and free kicks 26 to the Bombers. I reckon about half of those were holding the ball decisions, and 16 to South Launceston. The men's teams are starting to come out on the ground, the umpires as well. So we better wrap it up quickly, Aaron.
Yep.
We've got the massive game next week, the top of the table, maybe grand final preview. We won't go too early on that.
Don't go early, Dave.
Don't go early on that.
I know you're going on holiday. You think the season ends in a couple of weeks, but no, looking forward to that game. I really enjoyed what we had from North, but South too good today. Bye for now.